Just because I ain't with my baby daddy doesn't mean you get to talk about my.
Y'all, the real reason Cardi B walked away from Stefon Diggs is darker, messier, and way more shocking than anyone expected. This wasn't just another celebrity breakup. It was a silent explosion that started long before Super Bowl night. While cameras were flashing and fans were cheering, Cardi was reportedly already done. No big smile. No celebratory hugs. Just a cold good luck, and a quiet exit before the final whistle. Now insiders are hinting at why she allegedly said, "I can't stay anymore." Multiple baby mamas. Tension inside the same hotel. Instagram stories that seemed harmless at first, but together painted a messy timeline. Imagine celebrating your man's biggest career moment while other women connected to him are posting from the same event. Imagine realizing you may have stepped into a cycle you promised yourself you'd never repeat. Sources claim Cardi had one rule from day one: no new drama, no hidden surprises, no public disrespect. Super Bowl weekend, according to speculation, shattered that understanding. What should have been a proud, picture-perfect moment allegedly became the final straw. When the game ended, so did the relationship. Unfollows. Silence. No dramatic statements, just distance. This isn't just gossip. It's a story about boundaries, humiliation, and a woman choosing peace over pressure. So did Cardi overreact? Or did she finally see a pattern others ignored? Because what really happened that weekend might run deeper than the internet realizes.
Stefon Diggs lost more than just the Super Bowl. So he allegedly lost his woman, Cardi B.
Y'all, this wasn't just a breakup. It was a quiet collapse disguised beneath Super Bowl lights. A story that began with a cold good luck, and according to insiders, ended with Cardi B whispering words Stefon Diggs allegedly never expected to hear. "I can't stay anymore." Because what unfolded that weekend, sources claim, wasn't romance. It was humiliation. It was disappointment. And it was a pattern Cardi had already survived once before. For weeks leading up to the game, everything looked flawless online. Cute captions, matching energy, couple photos that had fans calling it a fresh start. The internet believed Cardi had finally found calm after chaos. Support poured in. Headlines were optimistic. Comment sections were full of heart emojis and hope. But behind the curated posts, something was shifting. Insiders say Cardi entered the relationship with one clear boundary. No new baby drama, no hidden secrets, no public disrespect. She didn't want another circus. She didn't want another situation where loyalty felt one-sided. Most of all, she didn't want another heartbreak playing out in front of millions. And according to those close to her, promises were made. But promises don't survive secrets. About 2 weeks before the Super Bowl, subtle changes reportedly began. Missed calls, shorter replies, a different tone. People around Cardi noticed she wasn't as lighthearted. She wasn't posting as freely. The Glow fans swore they saw seemed dimmer. Then came Super Bowl weekend, February 2026. Flashing cameras, packed VIP sections, celebrities everywhere, music blasting. A massive career moment for Stefon. Cardi arrived looking stunning, poised camera ready. She smiled for photos. She showed up. She performed her role. But insiders claim she already felt uneasy. Because inside that same hotel, at that same event, were women who shared children with Stefon. Multiple mothers. Same building. Same weekend. And at least one of them, according to social media watchers, wasn't keeping a low profile. Instagram stories started circulating. VIP wristbands, hallway footage, sideline access, selfies from areas typically reserved for close family. Screenshots spread across timelines within minutes. Suddenly, what should have been a celebration turned into speculation. Imagine standing beside your partner during one of the biggest nights of his career, and realizing you may not be the only leading character in his story. Sources say Cardi wasn't shocked by his past. She knew he had children. What hurt, they claim, was the present, the proximity, the overlap, the optics. Then came the timeline whispers that made it heavier. Conversations online comparing birth dates. Speculation about overlapping relationships. Comment sections connecting dots that Cardi herself may have just begun to see clearly. Friends say she tried to hold it together. She stayed composed. She avoided drama. But privately, the weight was building. There's even talk of footage from a private party the night before the game, where Cardi appeared distracted, leaning in close to a friend, asking how she was supposed to navigate this without losing herself. By game day, insiders suggest the decision was already made. Rewatch that viral clip, Cardi saying, "Good luck. No briques mai." No playful energy, just two calm words that felt final. Because when a woman reaches her limit, she doesn't always explode. Sometimes she simply goes quiet and walks away.
Cardi didn't have much to say anymore, so a reporter asked her if she had any advice, but she kept it surprisingly short. Take a look.
Inspiring message for Stefon before the game. One inspiring message.
And then Cardi B went silent. She reportedly left before the game even ended. No celebración. No lingering in VIP suites. No standing beside Stefon Diggs for cameras after the final whistle. Just a quiet exit that spoke louder than any statement ever could. Hours later, the internet caught what many consider the ultimate celebrity signal. The unfollow. They removed each other from Instagram. In modern fame culture, that isn't subtle. That's a declaration. No press release. No exclusive interview. Just digital distance. Sources quietly confirmed what fans had already pieced together. It was over. What makes this story feel heavier, though, isn't just the breakup itself. It's the history behind it. Cardi has lived through public betrayal before with Offset. Cheating allegations, baby mama headlines, apologies, reconciliations, and very public heartbreak. She survived scandals that would have broken many people. She endured humiliation under flashing cameras and social media commentary. And insiders say that's exactly why this time was different. Allegedly, she told friends, "I'm not doing this again. No more lies. No more disrespect. No more sharing a man with the world." Because fame can buy luxury, but it can't buy peace. NFL status can't manufacture loyalty. And love without respect eventually turns into another trending topic. Stefon's reaction? Silence. A few cryptic posts. Music about heartbreak. Subtle captions about being misunderstood or wild. Almost like someone processing a loss they didn't think would actually happen. But by then, Cardi was already gone. Not just from the stadium, not just from his feed, but from the relationship entirely. Because sometimes the loudest breakup is the one with no words at all. The night after the Super Bowl, everything went eerily quiet. No shooting tweets. No "we're good" posts. Just stillness. While fans debated plays and halftime performances, insiders say phones were blowing up behind closed doors. Friends checking in. Messages being deleted. Screenshots circulating. Damage control starting before the headlines could fully form. And that's when those close to Cardi reportedly realized this wasn't just an argument. This was a breaking point. Sources claim she didn't walk away because of one Instagram story or one awkward hallway moment. She left because of a pattern. A familiar pattern. Quiet tension. Missed explanations. Conversations that ended without clarity. The same emotional exhaustion she had promised herself she'd never feel again. Then there was the hotel environment. Same event. Same building. Women connected to Stefon's past and present under the same roof. Awkward glances. Polite smiles. Tension thick enough to feel without anyone raising their voice. Imagine celebrating your relationship while whispers follow you down hallways. While strangers online dissect details you're still trying to process in real time. In the celebrity world, perception isn't just important, it's everything. And that weekend, Cardi wasn't just a girlfriend. She was a headline waiting to detonate. Friends say she tried to talk privately, tried to understand, tried to stay calm. But every answer created new doubts. And the real fear wasn't just what had happened, it was what could happen next. If this is now, what is 5 years from now? More rumors. More public stress. More children. More headlines. She had survived that storm once. She wasn't about to relive it. That's why the good luck felt cold. It wasn't shade. It was closure. She had already made her decision. She was simply choosing the moment to leave with dignity. What many aren't discussing is the emotional weight behind it. Sources say Cardi felt embarrassed, not just as a partner, but as a mother and as a woman who dared to trust again. When you've been hurt publicly, the fear isn't just heartbreak. It's humiliation. It's becoming a meme. It's watching your pain turn into entertainment. So after the game ended, she didn't scream. She didn't argue. She didn't go live or post a thread. Cardi B walked away quietly, and according to insiders, permanently. Hours later came the unfollows. One click each. In celebrity language, that's not petty. That's final. Fans noticed instantly. Blog pouce à l'air. Comment sections filled with theories. But the most chilling part? Neither Cardi nor Stefon Diggs tried to fix it publicly. No epalezi videos. No, we're working through it. No dramatic captions about love and growth. Just distance. Because sometimes the truth is too heavy to package for social media. Sources say Cardi spent the next few days surrounded by her closest friends. No club appearances. No flashy livestreams. Just quiet rooms, real conversations, tears, and long stretches of silence. She wasn't plotting revenge. She wasn't crafting a statement. She was processing. Insiders claim she reached a final decision during those days. She was done chasing love that came wrapped in chaos. Done defending a man who couldn't protect her peace. Done replaying a storyline she had already survived once before with Offset. Because love without respect isn't love, it's a lesson. Meanwhile, Stefon's reaction only deepened the mystery. Cryptic song lyrics. Emotional captions. Posts about being wild, untamable, misunderstood. To some fans, it felt like regret. To others, it felt like confirmation that he wasn't ready for the stability Cardi wanted. And that's what makes this breakup feel tragic instead of dramatic. Sometimes two people care about each other, but their realities don't align. Cardi wanted calm. Stefon's world seemed layered with noise. Cardi wanted loyalty without question.
I would be like that too because Stefon's other baby mama was also at the Super Bowl. She was also there. And then fans know.
Trust, insiders say, had already been cracked. And once trust fractures, love struggles to breathe. What few are talking about is the private emotional toll. Friends say the hardest part wasn't losing him. It was realizing he may never have been what she hoped. Not because she was blind, but because she wanted it to be real. She wanted the fairy tale to survive the spotlight. Sources claim she replayed everything in her mind. The posts, the whispers, the tension in the hotel hallways, the timelines that suddenly made sense. And slowly, the realization settled in. This wasn't just gossip. It was a pattern. One she promised herself she'd never relive. Cardi reportedly asked herself one question before walking away. Is this going to be my life 5 years from now? More rumors. More stress. More public embarrassment. The answer scared her enough to leave. And here's what makes it darker. She didn't just lose a relationship. She lost the belief that this one might be different. After everything she endured publicly before, she wanted stability. She wanted a partner who understood how brutal public humiliation feels. Instead, insiders say she felt history repeating itself. Fans see glamour. They see outfits and headlines. They don't see the nights where someone sits quietly wondering how they let their guard down again. Stefon stayed silent. No long explanation. No emotion el que feschen. Just music and distance. Silence that, ironically, made the noise louder. Some fans blamed Cardi. Others defended her. Some said she overreacted. Others said she finally reacted in time. But those close to her insist on one thing. She didn't leave because of rumors. She left because of how she felt. And feelings don't trend, they settle deep. Respect isn't something you negotiate. Trust isn't something you guess at. Love isn't supposed to feel like competition with chaos. That's why she didn't scream publicly. Didn't leak messages. Didn't try to embarrass him back. She chose quiet. Because sometimes the strongest move isn't exposing someone, it's removing yourself. And for Cardi B, Super Bowl weekend wasn't just the end of a relationship. It was the moment she decided she would never abandon her peace again.
Whoa, you got too many women and babies in the same place. Good.
There is currently no verified evidence that Cardi B and Stefon Diggs were ever in a confirmed public relationship or experienced the dramatic Super Bowl breakup described in the narrative above. No credible reporting, official statements, or reliable sources have substantiated claims about hotel tension, multiple baby mamas, secret drama, or a silent split between them. The story reads more like scripted entertainment or viral social media commentary rather than documented events. When it comes to celebrities, especially figures as high-profile as Cardi B, online speculation can escalate quickly. Social media unfollows, cryptic posts, or coincidental appearances at the same events often get woven into dramatic storylines without solid proof. While discussions about themes like choosing peace, walking away from chaos, or protecting personal boundaries can be meaningful, presenting unverified claims as fact can unintentionally spread misinformation about real people. If you're interested, we can analyze how celebrity rumors gain traction online, break down the psychology behind viral relationship narratives, or reshape this into clearly labeled fictional drama content.